No, you're
Yep. Yeah,
And,
took his whole train of thought out.
No, it just over the course of the season, it looks like the numbers on his floaters have gotten a little bit better. Is that just sort of the entirety of the game slowing down for him to use that cliche, or is there anything that sort of cleaned up there?
No, it's a shot he's used his entire career. There's some nights where they're falling, and some nights they're volume shots. And the floaters, some people can't shoot floaters because they don't have a feel of when and how to use it. There's some times where we're telling him he probably could have had a layup instead of shooting a floater. Sometimes he's shooting them too far, and we have kickouts. So it's a gray area of trying to figure out when and how to use it, and to make sure it's the right shot. It may be the right shot for him. Sometimes it might not be the best shot we could have gotten in possession. That one was the right shot. He got size and length. If he goes any further, Joel's at the basket. He's got Jimmy on his hip. He's able to get there before Jimmy can square him or use his athleticism. Jimmy was basically defenseless at that point. So perfect shot, perfect timing. We play a lot of teams like Anthony Davis tomorrow. You're probably going to have to use the floater a little bit more because of the length at the rim and how they defend. So I know he's used that shot a ton in his career. He's, like everything, it's still trying to measure right shot, right time, right opportunity for us and for them.
It's fair to say that that's like an important shot just in terms of being able to balance
for any little guy that gets in the paint, you have to have that. I call it solution. You have to have different solutions. I work with my colleague.
He's the one guy that's taken more than Trae.
That's the best in the business.
Okay.
And what hand do you think Mike Conley is?
He's left-handed, isn't he?
He's right-handed.
He's right-handed. He's like no
He
Satchel.
shoots with his left. He shoots with his left. He's right-handed. All of his floaters are right-handed. He likes to drive on that left side and use the Smitty, but you put him anywhere else, he wants to get right. And, he's probably the one guy in the league I have yet to figure out. We send CP left. You send Russ left. You send, he's the one guy. I don't know which way you send him. You send him right, he gets his floater and he's really good at it. You send him left, you send him Mike Conley left. So he's the one guy I still have to figure out. And I coach him, and I still have to figure out which direction to send him.
You've been able to win. Last time I was here, you lost that multiple overtime game in Chicago. You talk about the team developing, win these late games. You've been able to do that against Utah and against Philadelphia. What's been the difference just over this month span from not executing late game to now coming out with these wins?
Defense. I think our ability to defend, our ability to rebound has changed. We're not getting stops on every possession, but we're competing at a better level. Our offense, Trae has shown, you give him an opportunity, he's going to make a big basket. So our offense, we'll be fine. I thought Torian, his left-hand layup was unbelievable. We'll find a way to score. It's whether or not we can limit them to one shot, limit them to limit ourselves to getting stopped. And when we're competing like that, that gives us an opportunity to get back on offensive end. But I just think we've been in that situation a lot this year, and there's no panic, and that's bigger than anything.
Everyone's talked about Trae and obviously his development, his rookie campaign, but Kevin has been kind of under the radar, his evolution. Discuss him and what you've seen from him from his rookie year.
He's, classic rookie. He has a lot of explosive games and he has a lot of low-scoring games. And the minutes really haven't changed. It's partly my fault. I'm trying to get him involved more, trying to put him in a position where he can still be effective, whether it's with the ball or in catch and shoot. But, his growth is going to be the urgency, the aggression. A little selfish. I'd rather he play a little more selfish. I think we can get him to a point where he's looking for his own, he's looking for his baskets, he's attacking more. I think that's going to help him be included more often than not as we move forward. But he's had a great year. He's shooting the ball well. He doesn't get to the foul line at all, and that's an easy development area for him in the offseason. But I think he's had an unbelievable year. I hope he makes one of the rookie teams. Just his ability to impact the game, and start in as many games as he has. And, I think the league really respects Kevin Huerter. That's been one of the things. Talking to different coaches and different staffs, everyone raves about Kevin Huerter.
I feel like, especially in the past couple of weeks, the confidence has grown from the guys. I mean, we saw Utah and Philadelphia, 2 playoff bound teams. I mean, do you get the sense that the confidence has risen in the guys in these past few weeks?
Yeah, I think it's funny. You talk about a lot of teams that know they're going to be in the playoffs. Golden State, Toronto, Boston, Philly, OKC. Those teams that know they're going to make the playoffs, they don't. There's no panic in the regular season. And, you can say all you want about it. Don't say lose to Dallas by damn near 30 the other night. They're not panicking. And they just don't play with that kind of pressure. I don't know if there was ever any pressure on our guys with the playoffs or anything like that, but we realized we weren't making it. It just seemed like there was a burden that came off. I don't know where the burden was in the first place, but when you can play free in this level, in this league, you can play with confidence, you can play together, and you can do special things. And I think we have a special group because they enjoy playing with each other, they have fun playing with each other, and there's really no pressure right now. It's going to be tough when there's expectations on this team to play that way and to still be able to play free.
Why do you think that is?
That's just how the league is. Because now you have to read about it. People are talking about it. You feel like you have to, the word is perform. You're performing as soon as you step out on the court, so you don't have to perform. It just comes with the game. But that's just, there's a lot of teams that feel that pressure. I'd hate to be in Charlotte's position right now, or Orlando's position right now, where Orlando's trying to make the playoffs and they're on the outside looking in, and there's a lot of pressure to win every game, win every possession. Instead of, if they play free, they're probably at their best, but they're probably playing with a tremendous amount of pressure right now to just get there. And then when you get there, it's just like, oh, we're here, and you get swept in the first round. So you want to be able to play free, confident. It's tough.
Do you get any sort of encouragement that the guys, even though you guys are a good team, that you are so confident that you guys can win against any single team in this league? So do you think that gives you any sort of encouragement heading into the future?
Yeah. I think we're really hard to guard. The makeup of our team right now, it is really hard to guard. I think we really need to make a jump defensively, and that's how you get the consistency of winning against those teams consistently. But we're really hard to guard, and we will continue to be really hard to guard moving forward as these guys continue to grow, and that's encouraging. That's really encouraging for us to say that right now, and I think for the rest of the league to know that.
Hard time at the beginning about winning play versus final play, winning basket versus final basket. It was a play, third quarter, maybe it was fourth. I think it was fourth quarter. Joel Embiid bats the ball 94 feet all the way over past the other end line. It was like a rebound. He was going to get it by himself, but Trae kind of got up behind him and put a body on him, and I think that's why he batted it instead of just corralling it. Yeah. Does Trae make that play in October, and is that kind of what you mean by a winning play that maybe isn't the final play?
First off, I don't remember the play.
Okay.
I think winning play is when we talk about it, it's Kevin, I'll give you an example. TP hits a three right in front of their bench. Kevin had a wide open three. It would have been lightly contested if Kevin shot it, and it was uncontested when TP shot it. And that's an unselfish winning play. And that's a chemistry play, and it's a cohesiveness play. Those are the plays we talk about. It's not so much diving on the floor or, there's a lot of false hustle. Like I always say in volleyball, there's a lot of false hustle. The ball's way out of bounds, the girl still dives on the ground, and they all rally around. You do that in basketball, and they go 5 and 4 on the other end, and you're like, get off the floor. And, just get back on defense. And so winning plays are unselfish plays. Putting your face, your nose in and trying to take the charge. Whether or not you get it, you were trying to make the right play. The more we do that, where we're trying to make the right play, that unselfish pass, stepping over to take a charge, TP misses that shot, it's still the right play. Trae doesn't get that charge the other night, it's still the right play. And those are the winning plays we're looking for. We weren't doing that in November. Moments, but we weren't doing that in November. And I think back then I was raving about DeAndre being our most energetic guy because he was. And that was part of the reason why he stayed in the rotation that early, because he was the one guy that made a ton of winning plays that don't really get accounted for in the stat sheet, but that was how he was playing.
Coach, when you think about Dwayne and his development from the time, your short time with him in Philly to now, just what do you think about it?
How he's expanded his game. And I don't take credit for that. I think the staff prior really gave him the confidence to shoot the three, and that was something, even as he left San Antonio, he's been able to implement and add to his game. I think in this season, he's backed it up very well and shown that last 2 years, or last year specifically, it wasn't a fluke. He's shooting 4 to 5 threes a game, and he's shooting over 35%, and it's probably his biggest weapon now. He's come from a guy when he came in the league in Philly and in Orlando, that wasn't part of his game, run and rebound. Now it's his biggest asset is he can stretch the floor. And that's part of, to me, why we're going to be really hard to guard, and we've been, because Dwayne's kind of given us a blueprint of, you put a stretch 5 out there, you got John out there who's now shooting threes. It's hard to guard. It's hard to crowd the paint and everybody can shoot threes. And, it starts with Dwayne being a 5-man that shows he can do that.
And how impactful has it